we have the coffee. We know now that he won. Caleb Calhoun made some crazy Pac-12 bet that he lost, and I told him
and then Will Levis, who started the mayonnaise and coffee, threw 4 touchdowns the next day, who I did not believe in.
Okay,
I'm a Titans fan.
So I told him that he was crazy for making that pick, and I'm not a good gambler. So I for me to beat Caleb in any gambling situation is a big win. That would be like Caleb beating me in a bench press contest. I don't know what you really bench. Might be more than
bench for anything. So, and by the way,
I'm at about 265 right now.
And this is the millennial in me. Yes, I do French press coffee. I don't do that like coffee maker, like that you just that just brews the coffee. No, I do it right, bro. Okay, all you
what
boomers
is French press coffee? Smoky Mountain Red said that as well.
It's this. You grind you put the coffee grind and mix it with hot water, and then you let it sit for 5 minutes. I've let it sit for like 30, so it's going to be really strong. Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna pour that in a cup. Do we see the mayonnaise? Is the mayonnaise Duke's? Is the mayonnaise? By the way, anybody like Miracle? Does anybody like Miracle Whip? Who wants sweet mayonnaise? I don't want sweet mayonnaise. So the mayonnaise is not in it yet, right? The mayonnaise is going in it.
I'm leaving some room for it. Okay, everybody can see it, and here comes the mayonnaise. It is actually
a heaping tablespoon. Caleb,
Hellmann's
is a great choice. Hellmann's is a great choice. I like Duke's because it's from the South, and I like supporting people from the South. But Miracle Whip is horrible.
Let me taste this to see how good of a job I did first on the coffee before I ruin it with mayonnaise. But
okay. So, by the way, Smoky Mountain Red says
good. I make good coffee, guys.
Yeah, Smoky Mountain Red says JFG forever and always. Smoky Mountain Red, let me ask you. Did you ever come out of the underground in Knoxville, which was like the late night party place? It didn't open till 3 a.m. And you would come out of there at 5 a.m. and you would smell the JFG grinders brewing downtown in the old city. Does anybody experience that? Because that's when God's telling you need to go home. It's 5 a.m. and you need to get your butt in bed.
Oh, this smells so disgusting. All right, guys, I'm showing you right here. I'm turning the camera down because I'm proving that I'm putting the mayonnaise in the coffee. Are we ready?
This will be way better for our video viewers than it will be for the audio audio people. Here we go.
Okay, so how many do I have to put in, Dave? How many spoonfuls?
Oh, I'm good with 1 heaping tablespoon like you did. But what do you think, message board? Should he put a second?
And by the way, guys, I hate mayonnaise as it is. Like, I actually am disgusted by mayonnaise.
Southside Brewer asks why. Okay, so tell him again why.
So we were doing all right, so before I drink this, we were doing a bet last week that Oregon, Utah, I was sure the game would hit the over. And I was so sure. Dave's like, would you put something on it? And he's like, would you drink coffee with mayonnaise? And I just said, sure, whatever. And not only did the game not hit the over, but this was based on a Will Levis mayonnaise and coffee move last year at SEC Media Days.
Yes, which you had not heard about, but it was a big thing.
And then Will Levis went and threw for 4 touchdowns against to lead the Titans to win. When I'm a Titans fan, I totally bet against Will Levis. I still don't believe in him. So I realized I had to follow through with this bet.
Okay, so I want for those on our audio platforms.
Milk. Oh my god! Oh.
For those on our audio platforms, you have to see how genuinely disgusted. Like the upper lip is cringing even as he's thinking about it. So go to YouTube. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button. Because we're gonna. I think this might be a new thing where we continually make Caleb do disgusting things because he's still a young man. I've done stupid things.
You know what? I could go on Jackass after this one.
You could. Yeah.
Oh,
you could.
Lord.
All right.
All right, guys, here we go.
Does he have to drink the whole cup? Okay. Here we go. How is it? Oh, we got a gag reflex. Oh, he's drinking more. He goes back for the second but we definitely had a gag reflex that was troubling. Hit the like and subscribe button if you think that Caleb should have to drink the whole jar. And little on the side
That is-
there.
I don't think it's good for the show if I yak.
Probably not, but I can always pull your camera down, so I'm willing to risk it. Will we see Caleb puke on camera? Possibly. Travis Travis nails it.
Oh wait, let's have it. Wait,
including the space in 6 characters. Travis nails it. My God.
All right, so we have one last segment to do, and let's do the segment while I'm drinking the coffee because I have to try to. You ever watch Hot Ones, Dave? Where like this guy who eats really spicy wings. He interviews a celebrity and have to eat wings from like a level of mild to extremely spicy.
Yes, but I feel like you're changing the subject. Just drink your coffee.
All right, we'll start the next segment.
Okay. All right. What is the next segment? What are we doing now?
Whose regular season winning streak is more impressive? Because Georgia just broke Tennessee's SEC record. So Georgia's regular season winning streak started in 2020 and going through 2023 has now broken Tennessee's regular season SEC record from 1937 to 1940. So the question is, which one was more impressive?
How did it break the record? Just most wins in a row?
Most consecutive wins in a regular season wins in a row.
Well, I mean, this one's more impressive by Georgia because the playing field's more level. I think Tennessee was ahead of the game back then, but you could speak to that better than I do. You're the historian who loves mayonnaise in his coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Sips it away. Look at it.
So you're right.
Chugging.
Also, Tennessee in that regular season winning streak run from 37 to 40 beat one team that finished ranked, and it was Alabama in 1938.
Look at him bringing the stats during it. I love it.
The 1939 team, Dave, you may know this, and I'm going to keep bringing the stats real quick, but it's God, it's the 1939 team is the last team to go undefeated, untied, and unscored on in the regular season. Tennessee shut out every single opponent that year that they beat. They lost. That does it.
Oh, say go ahead.
They lost the Rose Bowl, but that's because George Cafago was banged up and couldn't fully go. They lost the Rose Bowl to USC that year, but had Cafago been healthy, they would have won it all. They weren't national champs that year, though, and they finished second to TCU in 1938 of all teams. But guys, sorry, that was the I guess it was the Doak Walker years at TCU, so TCU was better.
Yes, Caleb, by the way, is drinking his coffee, but they don't drink mayo in their coffee at Sports Treasures. They just provide you with over 5 million sports treasures and so much more. Follow on Facebook for the best sports memorabilia, daily updates. Go to Facebook, Sports Treasures TN, Sports Treasures TN. I love seeing what they've got out there. And Caleb certainly could use a Tennessee cider. Use the promo code HAT. The promo code
sweet or
HAT.
I could use toothpaste.
Okay. You get the original hard cider of the Smoky Mountains when you go to tncidercompany.com. The original. Use the promo code HAT to receive some free swag with your cider order. And there may or may not be a Dave Hooker or an Off the Hook cider coming up. How cool would that be?
It'd be amazing.
An Off the Hook cider.
So Dave,
yes.
The spread is 35.5 tomorrow. Does Tennessee cover or not?
Well, let me answer it with this. It doesn't sound as good as Vols by 50, but I got Vols by 60. I'm taking 68 to 18 in an odd score. How about that?
68 to 8. I'm taking 49 to 14. They win by 35. They don't cover the 35.5 point spread. Tennessee has won one game by more than 35 this year. It was against Virginia. They couldn't even beat Austin Peay by 35 or UTSA.
Is Virginia a little bit better recently? Or are they still just?
Yeah, it's not the same Virginia team that Tennessee beat.
Yeah.
Tony Elliott is turning it around. I'm a believer in Tony Elliott. I know John Adams is not, but I think he's a good coach.
I think that you may be. I'm trying to think of a nice word to say. Gullible. You believe in a lot of people.
I also don't believe in a lot of people.
Okay. How about this? What's the next bet? How many games does LSU have left? Because everybody knows that you love Brian Kelly.
Well, I already picked Alabama to cover this weekend against LSU. I've lost faith in LSU.
Okay. So what do we want to bet on that? Anybody, any suggestions?
Well, it would. How about this? How about this? Well, let's bet the spread. We're debating the Tennessee UConn spread. Let's bet on that. Let's put some on it, Dave. I got them covered. You got them covering. I say they won't cover.
Okay. So what do you have? What do we have to do? Loser has to buy 5 Celebrate 98 books. I already bought them, so it would just be on you.
All right, let's see what we're talking about here. All right, you guys on the message board, give us a good bet that the loser has to do for next Friday.
Okay, I like this one actually. Loser has to eat a Big Orange Crunch to start the show.
That's a benefit to the loser.
Yeah, and do you have Friday after? Well, you have to do you have to edit all of our content and redistribute. I don't know after a Big Orange Crunch if you're going to be able to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, these things are good stuff. So, I don't know that we want that. Give us something else. By the way, if you want the Big Orange Crunch, use the promo code Hooked, and you can get 10% off that as well. And it's at hemphousechat with 2ts.com, hemphousechat with 2ts.com, and you can get 10% off of anything with the promo code Hooked. So we'll think of something. We'll have something cruising next week. Maybe we'll interact on the
Travis. I do that anyway. What are you talking? Like, do you see Travis's post? He acts like I don't do that to Fred to his face anyway.
Loser has to. Yeah, we don't want to.
I already do that to Fred. How many times do I mention Tennessee's failures against Florida and Nebraska when I'm talking to him?
So what's your I don't know that it has to be a food thing, but yeah, we can definitely come up with something. We can definitely come up with something.
Okay.
You look like you're getting used to the mayonnaise coffee.
Well, now it's just like the mayonnaise curdles at the bottom, and it looks like it's curdling, and I'm like, oh, I can't have any more, guys. I'm sorry. It's
your guy. It's your guy, Will Levis. You absolutely love him. All right, fantastic. Yes. What?
I can't stand him. By the way, I am the most right person in history with Titans quarterbacks. I was against Locker. I was against Mariota. I was against Kerry Collins. I was against. I'm going to be against Will Levis. The only guy I was for was Vince Young, and we should have stuck with
him. Yeah, I like Mariota, but I just didn't think that.
Mariota was too soft to play with a hand in his face. At this
level. I think it's so happenstance if you get the right coaching staff, if you get the right franchise. That's why I hope things work out for Hendon Hooker. And, I had some fun with the Lions in the offseason, but I hope that they've got their stuff together, and it looks like they do. Rick Terry Jewelry Design, they want to be your jeweler looking for affordable game day jewelry. How about the Fire Opals, a Tennessee tradition? That's rickterryjewelry.com, rickterryjewelry.com. Okay, so there we go. In honor of Rick Terry, so if Tennessee covers the spread, then Caleb has to wear a tiara throughout the program next week.
Oh, that's a good one. I can do that.
Okay.
What'll Dave do if Tennessee doesn't cover the spread? Oh, Dave. Do you have a Steelers jersey since you're a Cowboy fan?
No, I don't.
Do you have a Red Sox jersey?
I'll tell you what.
Lakers jersey?
Here's what I'll do. If Tennessee does not cover the spread, then I will just continue to throw high heat